Initially, I was thinking that the LHS election was a smooth one. Like, yes, Olive lost the election. I thought it was a legal way of losing an election. Until we find out later that something was, there was an influence. That is why Olive lost the election, because everybody really wanted Olive to win. Hey guys, my name is Lydia and welcome back to Sahara Movies. Today I'm talking about Best Friends in the World episode 5 review and then some expectations for episode 3. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. Now let's get into it. So yes, at the latter part of the episode 4, there was an election declaration and then Olive lost the election and it was a shock to all of us. Adam won and Iris was the second, she took the second position, and everybody was surprised, including viewers and even the students themselves. You know, this is a hard time for Olive because Olive is someone who goes in all for something and she doesn't really care what will happen. She doesn't really care what people will say. She goes all in for what she wants. It comes to today that there was an influence. You know, election has, there has been a declaration. Adam has won. Iris took the second position, and there's jubilation. You know, there's congratulatory messages and all that. But then they call Olive privately to the proprietors. The one who is managing the school now. They call Olive to that office, and then she says that you didn't win the election because of your past behavior, something you did. There was a mistake you did, and that is why you lost the election. And I was very surprised and disappointed. I know there are some positions that they do a background research. They really do a thorough background research as to how your past has been before they give you that position. But I feel secondary school or high school election, it should be something that they should go, take a pass now. Olive understood that yes, she lost, but when they told her the reason why she lost, I feel that was needless because she has lost. There was no reason, there was no need for her to accept an explanation as to why she lost. And the reason being, during their first year, Best Friends in the World, she stole money and then she accused Maria of it, or she accused Maria, and then she eventually came to confess that she was the one who stole it, and she was even suspended for it. So she has been punished for that act. And today that she's asking that people vote for her, not even the students have actually forgiven her. Because when Evelyn came out with the article ripping out people's characters, Olive was like, yes, we all make mistakes and all that. The teachers and the staff are the ones saying Olive doesn't need or doesn't deserve that position, and I don't understand. Don't we all make mistakes in life? I don't really get it. If I make mistake today, doesn't mean that mistake I should live forever with that mistake. I really felt disappointed as to how they treated Olive, because I feel everybody deserves a second chance. If she has done something and she came out to confess, she came out to ask for forgiveness, she came out to face the consequences, why do you need to punish her for so long? Because this will deter others from coming out with the truth. If I steal something and you suspect someone else, I wouldn't come out, because I know that when I come out to confess, you use it against me in future. And this is not helping, because you wouldn't help me to come out with the truth. You wouldn't help people to be confident or to accept the mistakes they make. I don't really want to emphasize on it, but I think Olive is going through a lot. She losing the election is a natural pain, but having in mind that she lost the election because of something she did in the past, oh my goodness, this is very, very painful for Olive. And I feel this episode 5 was all about Olive and her emotions and all that. It was quite painful. But this world has a way of cheering you up when you don't expect that, you don't see it coming. Because when Olive went to the club or the party with Esther, Esther is a cheerful girl. They went to the party with Esther and then they met Angel, who was a performer. At that moment, your world has just fallen apart. You have lost everything. Mentally, psychologically, you are very, very down. And then someone shows up, sings something that really touches your heart. The point where Olive was crying, I really felt emotional at that point. It felt like Angel was speaking directly to Olive, and she really felt it. And that's how the world is. When you get to a place where it's not your fault, the world just wants to give you hope that, you know, you need to keep going. You have to forget all these troubles and keep going. Now let's talk about Evelyn. I'm very sure Evelyn is the one who informed her mother that Olive had theft issues in the past, or I shouldn't even use the word issues. Olive had a theft issue in the past, and you know, it's like mother and daughter, they have similar attitude. They are very arrogant. I don't know how to describe them, but I'm very sure Evelyn was the one who told her mother that this is what Olive did, and they had to rig the election. In my previous video, I said something like, I believe that this election there was an influence, because I don't know why Iris should be an assistant school prefect. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, and that under no circumstance Iris should be an assistant school prefect, because everybody hates Iris. You know how arrogant she doesn't hide it. Even if Olive is arrogant, at least she has a good part that she shows. But Iris, on the other hand, she doesn't hide anything. She shows everything point blank. So why should she be assistant school prefect when Olive, someone who has received so many awards, is just pushed away just because of a history that they are tormenting her with? So I feel that the proprietress is having a personal attack on Olive, not just on a professional level. It's a personal attack, because the way she went to see the one managing the school and confronted her and all that, I was like, oh really? So a teenager has stolen something in the past, and you want to take it personal as if it's something that is like is an adult political game. But Evelyn, I don't know where she'll learn her lesson. I don't know where life will teach her that this life is not that easy as she thinks, because she thinks her parents are rich and everything is going on smooth. I don't know if she'll ever get to a point in her life where she'll see that her being arrogant has no future. Yeah. Now, focusing on Maria, we know Maria is a human being. Like, she's a human being. Back in season 1, we saw that Maria has issues mentally. Like, she really likes friends. When she's in a group of people and she loses friends, she is emotionally really drained. And Maria is the one that Olive stole the money and accused her of, just because Maria was performing better than her. And now I'm seeing how Maria is the one supporting Olive. It's funny how your enemy can be your friend within a twinkle of an eye, because Maria and Olive, because of this theft issue, it's actually because of Maria. That's why Olive is in this hot water, or I'll say Olive called for it for herself. But I wasn't expecting Maria to act the way she did. Went to Olive's house, went to encourage her. You know, forget about this election. Forget about losing this election. This is the time for you to focus on your academics. This is the time to work hard to go to Brown University, the university of your dream. Yes, I really see Maria as a true friend. And even Olive said that I never knew Maria is a true friend. Like, you know, Esther is a friend. She's a hyper friend. She's someone you wouldn't call when you're having a certain mental trauma. But I think Maria is someone who listens and she knows what you are going through, even without you explaining the actual thing. She went to Olive's house, went to tell her to forget this thing. Like, it's actually an advice I'll give to Olive, because if she dwells too much on the election, it's going to drain her. To add into this defeat, she's dropping academically, and she's someone who doesn't like to lose, because she doesn't want to take she doesn't like to lose. So she's not learning because she's focusing on the election and losing it, and now hearing that it's because of the theft issue, that's why she lost the election. I think Maria's advice is the best advice that Olive should take. We all know Olive is bad at listening to advices. She's very stubborn because she thinks that she has the best, she has the best brains and all that. But sometimes we get to a point in our lives that we need someone to give us an extra emotional support. And I think that is what Maria is giving to Olive. And if Olive is as wise as she is, she should listen and focus on her academics. I think she'll even be more popular and more relevant than the prefects that she wanted. And it's going to give her more fame than the prefects that she wanted. Now, Olive's mother too is having some issues. You know, if you have lost your husband so many years ago and you see another man coming your way, you know, and your daughter is also very young, and someone will be like, it's about time you give birth to another person. You don't have to stay young forever. You know, you don't have to dwell on the past so much. And I think this man is coming her way. Since she's thinking about him so much, I feel that Olive's mother will give it a consideration. But having another, like having a stepfather for Olive, who is already in her teen, I think it will be very difficult for her, because she still remembers when she lost her father. And she is going through that same pain. I don't know if Olive's mother will give herself a second chance in getting another man to, you know, be the man of the family for Olive. Yeah, now the last person I want to talk about is Adam. So we all know how Adam is afraid of his father's decisions. You need to do this, you need to do this. Adam wants to go into teaching. His father disagrees so much. You need to do this. You know, there are some people whose lives are calculated. From their primary days to their university days, everything is calculated, and it doesn't make their child go through the challenges of life, because parents are not going to be there all the time. So if they give their children the opportunity to toil their way through, I feel that it's going to make children very strong. When Adam says something that I think I wasn't confident, but my confidence is becoming higher. For now, I think I believe in myself. I can face my father and tell him that I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to go to this university. My passion is to be a teacher. And he having this leadership position in school is also going to aid him in helping or in building his confidence as a son, and someone who can face his father, someone who can face his elder brother, because his elder brother is also an intimidating person, and his elder brother is also someone who is trying to let his father know that, you know, I'm in the university now. You cannot dictate for me what I should major in and what I shouldn't major in. And you could see that Adam's mother has been in this treatment or marriage treatment for her life, like throughout her life, because it's like she's afraid of her husband. Anything her husband says, she agrees, she accepts. And that is how she has trained her children to be. But now, when you grow your own wings, you become your own hero, you want to stand out for yourself and all that. So let's hope that Adams, as he has been able to face his mother in telling her that he wants to be a teacher, insisting that he wants to be a teacher. I'm hoping that he'll have the same energy in approaching his dad as well, that he wants to be a teacher. Now, going into some expectations. Oh my goodness. So I think the next episode 6 will still talk about Olive's trauma. You know, the pain is still there. It's something we live with. We need to live with it until one day we wake up and it's not the first thing on our minds. We'll still talk about Olive's trauma, but it will come to light why Olive lost. The main reason why Olive lost, because the election was rigged. Because when a teacher insists that Olive must be removed, it means that she was either the first or the second, and they decided to push someone inside, because the election wasn't counted on the public, you know, like in public, like the usual elections that is done. You count it for everyone to see the people who won and the people who lost. Because if you want to steal or rig an election, that is when you count it in private and declare it in public. So I'm thinking that Olive will relax. She'll come back to her senses and then analyze everything, analyze the importance of losing the election, and analyze why she lost. I don't think it's something she should dwell on, but going and knowing the roots will be very important. Now that she has realized that she lost because of her past, I think she'll think about it and see that, okay, so it doesn't mean the election was rigged. Why didn't they count it in public? And we know Olive is a brilliant person. Now, Olive is also going to focus on her academics, because Maria, someone who is very intelligent, has challenged her to do better than she did previous times. And I hope she listens. And I'm also expecting that Olive's mother will give it a consideration of finding another husband, or finding a father figure for her daughter, because even though she's a stable woman, she's independent, she's rich, sometimes you need someone intimate to be around you. My name is Lydia, and this is my expectation and my review for Best Friends in the World. Let me know what you think about it. What have you watched episode 5? What are your general thoughts? Do you think what was done to Olive was fair? Do you think it's the right thing? Do you think it's a normal thing? What are your general thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. If you are new to the channel, do well to subscribe for more videos and more updates. Till next time, bye.